I'm Jennifer Nicely with Pinnacle Real Estate Academy, and we've had a lot of questions from you guys, so I'm going to put this video together just for you to answer those CE questions that you may have. In the state of South Carolina, you're required to take 10 hours of continuing education. 4 of those hours are going to be a mandatory core course. This year it's called Legal Hot Tips. Your remaining 6 hours can be electives. Now, typically these 6 hours are going to be broken down into a 4 and a 2, but really you can arrange that however you would like. So our recommendation here at Pinnacle is to go ahead and take those 4 core course hours, take a 4-hour elective. We have numerous courses for you to choose from. And then in those 2 hours or 2.5 hours, we recommend that you choose either ethics or fair housing. So if you are a realtor and you are a member of the Realtor Association, you are required to take ethics and fair housing every 3 years. Now, that 3-year period is going to be up December 31st of 2028 because the new 3-year cycle started in 2025. So you do not have to rush to get either one of them done this year, but what we recommend is when you are taking your 10 hours of CE, go ahead and make 2 or 2.5 of those hours a fair housing course or an ethics course, and go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So if you haven't taken fair housing in a while, go ahead and make that your 3rd CE class in South Carolina. Now, for those agents who have multiple licenses in multiple states, what are you required to do? First, let's talk North Carolina. If your primary residence is in South Carolina and you also hold a North Carolina license, a couple of years ago, North Carolina passed that you are still required to take their continuing education. But please be mindful of this. North Carolina is every single year. South Carolina is every other year. So do not think North Carolina is on the same cycle as South Carolina. You will get that wrong. North Carolina's CE deadline is June 10th. South Carolina's is June 30th. So in North Carolina, you will be required to take their continuing education. As a broker, you have a Gen Up course that is required. That stands for General Update. You will be required to take a 4-hour Gen Up and a 4-hour elective. If you're a broker in charge in North Carolina, you will have to take a BIC Update course, and then a 4-hour elective. Again, you will have to do both North and South Carolina. Make sure you pay attention to your dates and make sure that you pay attention to the classes. Each state has different requirements. Now, if you also hold a Georgia license, Georgia reciprocates with South Carolina. And as of last year, you are not required to take continuing education in Georgia. So as long as you fulfill your requirements in your primary residence state, that takes care of your CE requirements for Georgia also. Now, CE requirements aside, let's talk about background checks. In South Carolina, you are only required to have a background check every 6 years. And depending on what year you renew, depends on what year you're going to do your next background check. So background checks for CE renewals started in 2021. And because we have 2 2-year cycles, half of the real estate agents had background checks in 21, half of the real estate agents had background checks in 22. So 6 years later, that means half of the real estate agents are going to have background checks again in 2027, and the other half is going to have it in 2028. So right now, shooting this video, it's 2026, which means no one in South Carolina needs background checks for their renewals this year. You will start those background checks again next year, and stay tuned because I will always keep you updated on what those requirements are and what you need to do. Now, third leg to renewing your license in South Carolina, you're going to have to pay your renewal fee. Don't forget to go to the South Carolina Real Estate Commission's website and pay your renewal fee. Depending on your license status, depends on how much that's going to cost. Somewhere between $45 and $120-ish, depending on if you're an associate, a broker, or a broker in charge. please make sure you mark your calendars for May 1st when the portal opens on their website to go ahead and pay that fee. So if you are taking all of your continuing education in, let's say, February of 2026, don't think you're done until May when they open that portal and you have to pay the fee. If you don't pay the fee, you will go on inactive status and eventually expire, and you don't want to do that because you'll have to start all over. So please mark this video because this takes care of all of your requirements. Now, here at Pinnacle Real Estate Academy, we offer in-person, Zoom, and self-paced courses. So for any platform you are looking to take these courses on, we offer it here. Our self-paced courses are a lot different than most places. It is actually videos of live classrooms of our instructors teaching the material. So it's not that bored class where you're not learning anything. Our job is to throw in the kitchen sink and teach you everything we know in the time frame that we have you. So check us out. Go on our website, pinnaclerealestateacademy.com. Comment below on this video if you have any questions, and feel free, as always, to reach out to us. We're here to help you in your real estate career.